So good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. You know, on Facebook, people join us from Australia, from Malaysia, India. Am I muted? All over the U.S. and also Canada. We have people that are joining us from Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Toronto, and Montreal. And tomorrow we'll actually have people joining us. Also, some of them will be from Europe, from Germany and from Australia, and from Germany and Austria. Okay. So welcome to everyone. It's our great honor here at Master Sha Tao Healing Center in San Francisco to welcome you to the center. So the center in San Francisco has actually been in this current location, I think, for 7 or 8 years. I have to find the exact date, but it's about 7 or 8 years that the center has been located here. Master Sha launched Master Sha Tao Center, which had a different name, after doing 17 days of webcasts at what was the Cathedral Hill Hotel, which now is a research facility because they took it down and now it's a research facility. So Master Sha's history is really very much entwined with the history of the center and with San Francisco. He started in North America. He spent a year in Phoenix, then went back to the Philippines. When he went back to Canada, he was in the late 1990s, he was guided to come to San Francisco. He went to the Whole Life Expo, and he met John Gray. And with John Gray, Master Sha began to do some groups. He started to teach, and one of the very first things that Master Sha taught was how to open your spiritual channels. He had opened his channels with the help of his teacher, Dr. and Master Ji Chen Guo. And Master Sha, at the time when I met him in 2001, Master Sha was introduced as a medical intuitive, because his third eye was quite open, and now, of course, it's to say that he has an open third eye is really an understatement, yeah. But at the time, I remember that his team introduced him as a Western medical doctor. He was a lineage holder of Buddhist and Taoist lineages, and he was a medical intuitive, because he had very powerful third eye, very powerful soul communication abilities. His teacher, Master Guo, often said that in this time on Mother Earth, that the key for people, whether you are someone that was in the healing arts, or whether you were somebody who was wanting to be a light worker, I guess that would be the right term now, or light worker, that everybody needed to open their third eye. Everyone needed to open their soul communication, because we all need to know what truth is. And you don't have to rely on somebody. You just use your channels, and then you can receive from heaven guidance. You can receive from heaven clarity on a question. You can receive from heaven information about something. Because heaven can help you understand if what has been presented, for instance, is the whole truth, or if it's only part of the truth. If there is more to what is being discussed, is there more? And usually the more has to do with what's happening in heaven, with the soul world. But only if you have your channels open can you really truly understand what that means. So Master Sha began teaching us how to open our spiritual channels. And there were just one or two people in his organization that I could tell that had any spiritual channels that were open, whether that was intuition or whether that was third eye. And so really, for all intents and purposes, most of the people there, and I'm just looking at Master Marilyn, other than Ida, I don't think anybody, other than Ida and a little bit for Master Anita, right? Anita had she had soul communication abilities, yeah. I don't know how much her third eye was open, but she definitely had soul communication abilities, yeah. So other than those two, pretty much everybody else did not have open spiritual channels. Yeah. So really, Master Sha began at the very beginning. So he said, I will teach you, and I'll teach you a very safe way to open your spiritual channels. And he began by teaching us how to open our soul language. Because the first soul that you need to connect with in the soul world is your own soul. If you don't have a connection to your own soul, then what happens is you connect with the stars, the planets, the moon, the galaxy, and then what happens is you have doubt. The doubt pops in. I don't think that was really the sun talking to me. I don't think that was really the fifth star or the fifth ring around Saturn that was giving me the guidance. The doubts come up. The validity of the message comes up. This was my mind. This was something, a doubt will come up in some way, shape, or form. But when you connect with your soul, and you begin to see the wisdom that your soul has, you begin to see the truth in the messages that your soul is giving you, then you are more trusting of the messages. And the key in soul communication is trust. I remember Master Sha would line up the students, kind of lined up in the front row. And then Master Sha would say, okay, speak. Just let your soul speak. And everybody would be standing there like this. But nothing was coming out. And he'd just say, trust, trust, speak, and nothing would come out. Because we didn't trust. We didn't really trust that what we were going to say was accurate, that it was coming from, whoever Master Sha was asking us to share their messages. One person, though, I have to say, that did do that was Master Marilyn. Even though I remember when she did this, we were in Fort Mason. Everybody who is in San Francisco knows Fort Mason. Before Fort Mason was remodeled and upgraded. So those were old barracks facilities. And we had the wooden floors and those metal lamps with the light bulb that looked like in a cage, right? It looked like they had a cage supporting the light bulb. And the classrooms were all in two shades of green. I remember there was a dark shade that was on the bottom 6 feet, and then there was a lighter green shade in the top portion of the walls. Anyways, so we were there, and it was like a Sunday afternoon, or no, it's actually a Thursday evening. And Master Sha said to Master Marilyn, do a flow from Mother Mary. And Master Marilyn, I was standing right to the side of Master Marilyn. I could see her face. And she was going to say something, and Master Sha just basically said, trust, speak. And Master Marilyn, bless her heart, she did it. She opened her mouth, and the whole room went absolutely, positively quiet. And we were crying because you knew, you felt it in your heart. You knew that it was Mother Mary. Her words were completely different than what how Master Marilyn spoke. Then, then Master Sha had other people, and some could, and some couldn't. I couldn't. My channels were open, and I didn't know at the time. I don't think we knew at the time. You had to close that and reopen them. and it was so confusing because everyone's like, she has open channels, but then how come, she can't flow? Because it doesn't work that way. That channel was not open. Anyways, so then Master Marilyn told us afterwards, she said, could you hear my knees knocking? She said, I was shaking so much, I was sure you could hear everything knocking. But why do I tell you this story? Because opening your spiritual channels is really an act of faith, a trust. Trust that what we are being asked to do is in fact what is best for us, not only on our physical journey, but on our spiritual journey. So if you're new to opening your spiritual channels, the process that I'm going to take you through with Master Marilyn and Master Patty today and this weekend will help you to open your channel in at a pace and in a way that is very safe. I opened my spiritual channels they were open as a child, but I had no training, and it was not safe because the channels were not protected, and as a result, sometimes the light side assisted, and sometimes the dark side assisted, and there was no control. I had no control as to which one was assisting on which day, which moment, which hour, and that created a lot of challenges. But with Master Sha's approach, which he learned from his teacher, Master Guo, it's very safe. It's a very safe way to open your spiritual channels. If you already have open spiritual channels and you're one of Master Sha's students, then the thing you need to know is that you need to continue to open your channels. You need to continue to open your soul language channel, because your soul language channel is your foundation channel. The more open the soul language channel, the more you will be able, the more quickly, and the more, not only can you open the other channels more quickly, but then you can keep them open. Because if your soul language channel is open, it's easy to keep the other channels open. So many people joined us last week here in San Francisco and around the world. We had almost, I think, 350 people who joined us for a very special workshop called Journey to the Pure Land, a Pathway to a Compassionate Heart, with Master Henderson and Master Hui Ling, Master Cynthia Devereaux, and Master Peter Hodoba, who are two of Master Sha's top teachers. So many people understand that we are with Master Sha because we are moving with him. We are journeying with him back to the Tao. What is the Tao? The Tao is the source. So last weekend's workshop was to help us to connect with the Pure Land. Because in order for us to go to the Tao, we have to go to the Pure Land. You cannot. You know how in Monopoly you get one of those cards and you pass go? In the journey to the Tao, you cannot pass the Pure Land. You have to go to the Pure Land. You have to go to the Pure Land. There's no option of skipping. So, and it's a very high level, very, very high level. Only people who are at some of the highest levels of their spiritual journey, meaning that they're very advanced on their spiritual journey, are going to be able to go to the Pure Land. So the Pure Land, as we learned last week, is a land of love, peace, and harmony. It's also the land where you get to learn about longevity and immortality. So this week, we are focusing on opening our spiritual channels. And this workshop is called Open Spiritual Channels, Voice of the Universe. What we're going to do this weekend is to help you to make a connection, literally, with the stars, the moon, the planets, the galaxy, Mother Earth, any any of these other planets, other galaxies. Why? Just taking Mother Earth, for instance. Mother Earth has been around for billions of years. Mother Earth, during that time, has been progressing on her spiritual journey. She has accumulated a wealth of information about the spiritual journey, about longevity. Don't know about immortality, but definitely longevity. She can teach us. She can teach us not only what she has learned, but she can teach us what resources on Mother Earth can help us. What water to drink, what plants and vegetables can nourish us, that would have the greatest ability to support us on the spiritual journey. Where to live, literally what geography can support our spiritual journey because of the frequency and vibration of that land. Good. Welcome back. Yeah, good to have you here. Good. So the planets, the stars, the moon, all of them can share with us not only what they have learned on the spiritual journey, but they can share with us how they can support us on the journey back to the Tao. When we first met Master Sha, who is a Tao, a conventional Taoist lineage holder, so he is a holder of Taoist knowledge, wisdom, and teachings, practical techniques, and power. But that is not what he's teaching. He is now teaching Tao, which is how do we return to the Tao. The way of the Tao. But he used to have us do practices in the mornings. And we had to face the sun. And then there were practices that we did with sunlight. We did practices with the moon. Yeah. And I remember that we did practices, I think it was 5:30 in the morning, that we did practices where he was trying to teach us Tai Chi. And there was significance. You know, in those teachings, there's significance. Every 2 hours is a different period of time that is connected to the meridians in the body. So I remember 5:30, we were out, everybody was outside, and Master Sha was trying to teach us Tai Chi. But he tried. We were not successful, however. We were not successful, as successful as he wanted us to be in learning the Tai Chi moves. So there's great significance for connecting with nature. There's great significance for connecting on the Tao journey, for connecting with the stars, the moon, the planets, the galaxies. So this weekend, we want to give you an opportunity to connect with them. Most of the time when we do Open Spiritual Channels, in Open Spiritual Channels Intensive, we start by having you connect with your own soul. Then we maybe have you connect with one of your heavens team, maybe a saint or a holy being who has been with you, who's been supporting you. Maybe you have a connection with them from when you were little. We even help you to connect with the divine or the Tao. But we don't usually spend time helping you to connect with the planets, the stars, the galaxies. So given that we are preparing for Master Sha's return, he has been in silent meditation, and he is returning in 3 weeks. On October 10th, he will begin the Tao Calligraphy Retreat in Belgium. So that will be 1 a.m. Pacific time here on the West Coast. So given that he's coming back, we want, and that what he will be doing is, first he will be doing Tao calligraphy, because Tao calligraphy is really an advanced Tao, an advanced spiritual practice because of the transformation power. And then he will be teaching 2 advanced retreats, specifically focused on developing very powerful abilities and probably having to do with rejuvenation and immortality. So we want to help you to prepare by focusing this weekend, on connecting with the planets, with the stars, with the moon, with the sun. You might have a specific celestial entity that you would like to connect with. That's fine. So I want to introduce who's going to be teaching this workshop with me this weekend. So first is Master Marilyn Smith. Master Marilyn has also been studying with Master Sha for 17 years. So not this weekend, but in the middle of next week, I think, she will celebrate her 17th anniversary with Master Sha. 17 years on any spiritual journey is a long time, and it requires a great deal of trust, a great deal of commitment. I remember Master Sha has a book agent. His name is William Gladstone. He's also an author. He wrote a book called 12. And he said to me one time, I thanked him, for what he was doing for Master Sha. He was introducing Master Sha to different organizations and different people around the world. And he said, no, I thank you and everybody else who was here before Master Sha had, best-selling books, before he was, he's received many, many recognitions and a special achievement awards, including the Martin Luther King Humanitarian Award. So he said it takes a lot for someone to really stay when there isn't any of that. There's no proof of what the teacher is saying, or what the, whoever the speaker is. And I said, I don't know. It never really occurred to me to leave. But, very grateful because I take his point, So Master Marilyn, 17 years with Master Sha. And on the spiritual journey, there are many ups and some very low downs. Master Marilyn is focused here in San Francisco. She was originally, I think Master Marilyn was not assigned to any particular center until she was asked to serve in India, right? You went to Mumbai and you served in India. And that's where the Love, Peace, Harmony movement, which is an amazing, amazing movement, that's where the Love, Peace, Harmony movement originated. So Master Marilyn served in India. They actually traveled around India, so served around all over India for about 3 years. No? Not so.
My sisters.
Oh, Master Patricia was there for 3 years. You were there for 2. 10 months. Oh, 10 months. Okay. 10 months. And then came back, and she's been assigned to the center here in San Francisco. Master Marilyn assisted in writing 2 books. One was the Soul Wisdom book, and the other was the Soul Communication book. She is the leading teacher for the certification, 2-year certification class called Tao Soul Communicator that is offered by the Tao Academy. It is an online training program with quarterly workshops that are held at the centers around the world. And Master Marilyn is also considered one of Master Sha's top teachers. So we are very, very fortunate to have Master Marilyn with us this weekend to be able to share her in-depth. She really probably has the most knowledge and wisdom about the spiritual channels and soul communication, really. Master Patricia O'Neill has been studying with Master Sha since the end of 2001. So all of us pretty much have been with Master Sha. The 3 of us have been with Master Sha for 17 years. And she opened her spiritual channels using Master Master Sha's techniques. Most recently, 2 years ago or a year ago? Okay, so a year ago, Master Patricia became Master Patricia. Master Patty O'Neill became a master teacher. And she has her own independent soulfulness service in the East Bay. And we're very grateful and honored that she is here as a special guest teacher for the weekend. And she's going to help us to help you, really, to be able to open your channels as widely as possible. So I wanted to make sure, and maybe I was just really wanting you to come up for at least for a minute so people can see you both, yeah? Good, so welcome.
Thank you.
So this is, the three of us are delighted to be able to support you this weekend in opening your spiritual channels, and if your channels are open, in opening them more widely so that you can always increase the depth, the accuracy, and the fluency of the messages that you receive. So you can never say, my channels have been opened enough, because always your accuracy could go up. Nobody has 100% accuracy. To even get to 65% accuracy takes a lot of effort. Hi, welcome. Good, welcome. Thank you for coming. You brought another friend. Good, wonderful. So how many of you have open spiritual channels? Oh, do you have soul language? Oh, perfect. Ah, perfect. You will. By the end of tonight, you will. Oh, perfect. I was wondering, whose soul language are we going to open? Thank you so much. Okay. So you can never say that you have 100% accuracy, because what is happening is that Mother Earth is going through a very special period. The soul world is releasing more and more information, meaning it's opening higher and higher levels of the Akashic record. So we can never, just as we can never say that we have reached the Tao, because the Tao is the creator, it's infinite. It's constantly bigger than biggest, smaller than smallest. You can never really reach the top in terms of the Akashic records. Always there's room to hear more, learn more, improve your accuracy, and the key is the depth. How deep are your messages? To get, for instance, a universal law, which is what Master Sha received when we were at the Land of Medicine Buddha. And I'll tell you, I did not appreciate what happened. Were you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so the three of us were there. Amazing. So there was only about 50 people at that day, right? Okay. So I did not at that time appreciate what a universal law was. Didn't understand that heaven does not just release a universal law to anybody. That you have to be a very special being to have something of that significance given to you, so that you then in turn can give it to humanity, so that it can assist humanity in becoming more enlightened, more awakened, better servants. To be able to recognize that you're receiving a universal law, your soul communication abilities have to be very profound. They have to be very deep. Most of us, even if we got one, we would not recognize it. I'm not being facetious. Mr. Marilyn's looking at me like, don't be facetious. I'm not. Because our channels are not yet opened that widely or that deeply. That's the key. How deep are the messages that you can receive? Meaning, how much detail do you get about what's happening in the soul world? How much detail do you get about what's happening in your own soul? What's happening to the people that are with you in the room? Because it's something is always happening. Something is always shifting on our spiritual journey. And what we want is we want to make sure that what we are doing is causing our spiritual journey to keep moving upwards. We do not want to find ourselves where we have done something and we're now on a downhill trajectory and we cannot catch it. Yeah. So this is one of the main reasons for opening our spiritual channels. So Master Patty O'Neill and Master Marilyn and I will be here this weekend. So thank you both. I just wanted everybody to, who may not know you, because we're on Facebook, and so we have sometimes about half the people that are on Facebook are completely new to us. So I wanted them to get to know you a little bit tonight so that they can register and join us, and then they know who will be doing the workshop with them.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Good. So let me share with you the spiritual channels. There are many spiritual channels. The 4 that Master Sha focuses on are... Okay, good. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So I saw Master Henderson. Is he going to be joining us this weekend? Do we know? Don't know? Okay. Well, he'll be here tomorrow morning, that I know. Okay. So Master Sha focuses on 4 spiritual channels. The first one, the most important one, is soul language. So we're going to go into more detail about why this is an important channel. Soul language channel enables you to connect with your own soul. Soul language is the language that all souls speak. Not just human souls, but all souls. Everything has a soul. Master Sha teaches. Everything has a soul. Everything has a soul. Everything has a heart. Everything has mind or consciousness. Everything has energy, and everything has matter. There is a conversation that is happening all the time in the soul world. Until we open our soul language and until we tune in, we just don't know that it's happening. We don't know that it's going on. You know, in Silicon Valley, I've gone to several, several seminars. People have personal cell phone, business cell phone. They have all kinds of ways to stay connected. But in reality, the conversation that you need to be connected to is the one that's happening in heaven. Because heaven is setting the direction for Mother Earth. We believe that we are setting the direction, and then if we need it, we just call heaven. Help me, I need help now. And then they help you, and then they go back, and you just keep moving forward. But in reality, that is not what happens. Heaven has a plan for each of us. By using soul communication, we align with heaven's plan. We find out what it is that heaven is asking us, is asking of us. Because heaven needs us to do something on Mother Earth. We are serving heaven through our physical presence. We just need to find out what is that. So soul language enables us to connect with our own soul. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay, better? Okay, all right. I see that look on your face. I'm like, oh, he's so worried about the sound. I just need him to... Everybody just relax. Okay. So soul language enables you to connect to your own soul. Your soul is eternal. Soul is a golden light being. And soul is soul is message. So your soul carries with it all of the knowledge, the wisdom, the practical techniques from every lifetime in which it has incarnated. At this time on Mother Earth, many souls, most souls, have had around between 800 and 1,000 lifetimes. This is the number that I've heard Master Sha say in various retreats. He will often say that it's very, very rare that any soul has lived 1,000,000 lifetimes or even 10 million lifetimes. Those are very rare souls. Yeah. And some souls are very young. They've only had maybe 300 or 400 lifetimes. Yeah. So they carry that knowledge and wisdom. That knowledge and wisdom can help you. That knowledge and wisdom can help you to avoid mistakes. Can help you to not repeat the same mistakes that you've made in other lifetimes. Because this is what happens for us as humans, is we come back seeking to transform our past mistakes, but the karma takes over. And the very thing that we want to avoid is the very thing that we fall back into the trap and recreate. But our soul can guide us. Our soul can guide us how to avoid mistakes, or at least make us aware. So there is great value in learning from our soul, not only for the spiritual journey, but also for the physical journey. How to transform your relationship with your spouse. How to transform your relationship with your boss, your neighbor. Okay? So there's a lot of wisdom. Finances. How to feng shui your house. Your soul can tell you, actually, how to move things around so that there is more harmony and more flow for what you need. There's a lot of value in connecting with your soul. Soul language will let us do that. Second channel, and soul language comes out in a very funny tone. Sometimes the very first soul language even sounds like baby soul language. And we're going to do demos with our new friends. So we want to help you get your soul language out. And then we'll translate, because it needs to be translated so that your mind can understand what is being said. So this is the first channel, the most important, because it's your foundation. When this is open, then the other channels can open as well. So the next one is your direct communication channel. And this is what Master Sha did with Master Marilyn. He helped her. First, we spent a year or something longer. I think for me it was 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I was going to say for me I think it was 3 years. So first we spent a long time, 2-3 years, opening our soul language channel. Why did it take so long? You know, Master Sha told us one time it took him 3 years. He said that he went to a workshop with his teacher, Master Guo. Tried, could not do it. Went back. He was in the Philippines. Tried. Took 3 years. Finally, his soul language came out, and then he was able to learn to translate. So now, because of some very special blessings here in the center, and the frequency on Mother Earth, I know that for many of you who are new, who do not have your soul language will come out today. And for those of you that have soul language, like all of our friends on Facebook and all of our friends that are on live stream, right? We're on live stream, yeah. So everyone who's on live stream, we can help you open your soul language channel more widely. We did a practicum, the three of us, on September 3rd. We had people here who are in the advanced training classes, right? They're in the Master Teacher Training Program. So they've been in those classes for 4 years. What are they using? Soul communication. And they were able, and they felt the difference that it made, how much more widely their channel opened. So soul communication, soul language, and then direct communication. Remember when I said, Master Sha said to Master Marilyn, do a flow from Mother Mary asked Mother Mary to give us guidance for something. And he just said, open your mouth and let Mother Mary speak through you. And in essence, that's literally what happens, is we make a connection with a saint, a holy being, and we just let them borrow our mouth. And they speak through us. But we have to learn to move out of the way. And that's a hard thing to do. Because we want to hear the message. We want to make sure that it comes out like perfectly punctuated. Perfect grammar, perfect punctuation. So we want to edit it, and so our mind gets in the way. But in reality, the best is they speak, because what's most important is to connect with their soul when they're speaking. Because soul communication is not so much about the words that you hear, but about the message that's being imprinted in your soul. The message that's being imprinted in your heart chakra. Then you use your soul communication abilities to access that message. And then you get deeper and deeper layers of the message. Okay? So, soul communication, every soul speaks soul language using soul communication. When we want to have a conversation, when we want to say, God, why can we only see half of the moon? Why don't we get to see the other half of the moon? You want to have the conversation, they can speak through you. This is direct soul communication. The third channel, and this is the one that most people actually want to open, because they want to see the spiritual images. Master Sha calls it seeing heaven's movie, is the third eye. This is where you are shown the spiritual images, where they show you, for instance, what a temple might look like. They take you into heaven, they might show you a temple. Or they may show you that there is a heaven above heaven. So Master Sha, with his third eye, he had already seen that there was a heaven above heaven. But nowhere that he had searched or read was anybody talking about a heaven above heaven. So he asked his teacher, and his teacher said, yes, there's a heaven above heaven, but that's all he could share, was that there was a heaven above heaven. Now, if you read Master Sha's books, he actually gives you not a lot of detail, but he gives you a lot of information to let you know exactly that not only is there a heaven above heaven, there are realms, there are layers, and there's a whole system. And there is a whole soul world that is ready and waiting for you to connect with them. So, third eye, in order to interpret the images, you need to use your direct soul communication. Many people use their mind to interpret the images. So, oh, I see a red door. Oh, well, I read in a feng shui book, the red door means good luck. Or the red door means money's coming. So that's the interpretation that they give you. But in reality, that red door may not even be significant. The only way you know that is by asking through direct soul communication which images are significant, and then what is their significance. If the red door is significant, what is the significance of that red door? Because it may not be what you found in the books. Because we're in a time when heaven is releasing a lot of secrets, a lot of wisdom. So much more is available to us. It's not going to be written in books. So you need your direct soul communication to be able to identify the important images and interpret them. Okay? And then, and some people with third eye, some people can only see with their eyes closed. Some people can see with their eyes open. They can see the spiritual images through their physical eyes. Yeah. So the next one that Master Sha teaches is the direct knowing. So this is the channel that was open for Master Sha. This channel is open for Master Sha. This is why he just begins to ask a question and already the answers come. And very profound answers. Answers to questions that you and I don't even know to ask. But he does. He knows to ask about the Tao and the Tao journey. We just connected to the Tao. You know, a few weeks ago, people just connected to the Tao. But he knows the questions to ask heaven. So he knows then what we need in order to move forward dramatically on our spiritual journey. This is why we're all so excited about Master Sha coming back in 3 weeks. Because we know that the teachings he's going to give to us, that the blessings he's going to give to us, the tasks that he's going to give to us are going to help us to grow by leaps and bounds. So our abilities to serve all of you, and for you then to serve others, will also grow by leaps and bounds. What will be possible will be completely redefined when he comes back. We have our own, based on what the world was when he went into private, into silent meditation, we have an idea of what healing looks like. We have an idea of what communication looks like. But I would say very confidently that everything is likely to be redefined when he comes back. Because already before he left, for instance, he redefined healing by giving us the Tao Chang. Now, instead of a human being being the vessel through which heaven offers healing, it's calligraphy. Calligraphy is the vessel through which heaven offers healing. And not only heaven, but realms, infinite realms beyond heaven that human beings cannot yet support because our body isn't pure enough to support those frequencies. So he's redefined healing. Dr. Rulin and Master Sha they wrote a book before he left called Tao Science. It will redefine science. So when he comes back, many things will be redefined for us. So this, to serve at that level, your channels have to be very open. The accuracy has to be very high. The depth of the information has to be very high. Mm-hmm. The fluency. You know, when Master Sha for instance, when he is writing a book, he just allows heaven to speak. And he speaks so fast, so fast. I used to type for Master Sha before Master Cynthia. Until one day, it knocked me out for a week and a half. I could not function after that because the frequency was so strong. I went to such intense purification. After that, they said, thank you very much. Somebody else will do it next. So the channels have to be very, very widely open. Okay, so we want to do some demos now. We want to get you involved. And we want to start with the soul language. So the key to soul language is to use a sacred code that was given to Master Sha by his teacher, Master Guo. So I'm not even going to write the code on the board because what happens when we do that, we'll give it to you tomorrow, but and it's not a deep, dark secret. It's in all of Master Sha's books. But I don't want to write it because what happens is our mind engages. And the best thing right now is for us to help you to open your soul language by just connecting, allowing your soul to step forward and to speak its soul language. So I'm going to ask Master Marilyn and Master Patty, if one of you could go there and one of you could go back there. Master Shunya stepped out If Master Henderson, I knew I saw Master Henderson. Hey, Master Henderson. So can you see where Master Marilyn is?
Yes.
You stand there, and Master Marilyn, maybe you go to that. So we create a field around you. Yeah. Good. And you guys come in. Grab the chairs here so you're in the field. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have to be in the field.
Is it one up there? Is it
No. You can keep your chairs. Just sit. Just come up to the. Yeah. Because then you're in the field. Yeah.
Is it,
Yeah, please come. Yeah. I think Master Merrill.
this exercise
Yeah.
first in front? Okay.
Yeah. Just come. Because we want to raise the frequency, right? We want to raise your frequency, but if you're standing outside of where they are,
Take the mic and yeah, just put that over here. Sit over this side so the camera will.
oh, yeah, because that's on Mevo, yeah.
Perfect.
They'll see your head.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, good. I don't know where Master Shunya went, but okay. So you follow me, okay? And so everybody who already has your soul language, you follow me, because we're setting a rhythm for them. So don't just go blah, 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 blah. That's not going to help them. We actually have to support them. So you follow my cadence. You follow the rhythm that I set for everybody. Okay? So close your eyes. Oh, good. Penguin feet. Ah, very good. That's what Master Huiling teaches. Good. So everybody sit. Put your hands in front of your lower abdomen. So you create a field. We need a lot of power in our foundation. May I? Oh, good. So just a little bit away from. There you go. Just relax. There you go. Just relax. And as long as you're comfortable, when you're not comfortable, you change. You shift just a little bit out. Yeah, there you go. Good. Close your eyes. Yeah. Put your mind's eye inside the body in the lower abdomen. And I just saw Master Henderson. He's doing movement for us, which is great. So he's actually helping to create yin-yang balance in the room when he does movement. Okay, so put your mind inside your lower abdomen. Bring the tip of the tongue to the hard palate, the ridge behind your teeth, and then just naturally it will drop. And then you just chant with me. Repeat after me. I'm going to do a silent invocation to create a field, and then you'll chant with me. And this field is going to include everybody who's on live stream and everybody who is on Facebook Live. Okay. So watch. Those of you that have third eyes, you can watch and see what happens. So I've invited all of the heavens committees that are responsible for soul communication and all of your heavens teams. I've asked them to come in addition to the heavens teams that I've already called. So each of you now has literally your heavens team is now visible. So if you wanted to see them, you could see them. Some of them have their hands on your crown chakra. They're actually boosting your power. Some of them have it on the back, the message center, the middle of the back, the message center. Some actually have a hand in the front as well of your heart chakra, in the front and in the back of the heart chakra. So repeat after me. San San. Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu, San San, Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu, Sansan, Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu. Sansan, Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu. So now we're going to start to blend these together. Sansan, Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu. 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 Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu. Sansan, 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 Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu. Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu. Sansan, 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 Jolyo, Ba, Yao, Wu. Ba, Wu. Sansan, Jolyo, Ba, Yao, 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 Wu. Sansan, Jolyo, faster. Okay, breathe. So Master Henderson, slower, yeah, because they cannot breathe. Okay, so what happens is the message center, the heart chakra, needs to open. So it feels a little bit like I cannot catch my breath. Did a couple of you experience that? I saw a few of you. You may also, sometimes people feel, what's it called? They actually feel the opening of the channel, and it feels like a little bit of pain, or a little bit of, not pain, pressure. So between the four of us, and I think Master Shunya's out there with Master Robert in the reception area, probably between the five of us, we have helped thousands of people. I know I've at least helped 1,000, if not more. Thousands of people open their spiritual channels, especially their soul language channel. So this is just the opening of the heart chakra. It's the opening of the communication, soul language channel. Nothing's going to happen to you. The key is to keep breathing. Just keep breathing. It's okay. You just take a quick breath, like you take a quick. Master Shunya calls it a catch breath. So it's a quick breath, and then you just keep chanting. Do not stop. When we stop, what happens many times is the channel it's like, old ancient Vincent Price movies, these horror movies, they always had a big, heavy door. They took so much effort. They had to open that door, open. Then you suddenly stop. The door slams shut. You have to start over. So better you just keep breathing. It's going to open. Nothing's going to happen to you. I've never seen anybody have any. Have you or you? No, there's never been any negative. So nothing's going to happen. Just keep breathing through it, okay? Let's try again. Sansan. Jolyo. Ba. Yao. Wu. Sansan. Jolyo. Ba. Yao. Wu. Sansan Jolyo Ba Yao 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 Wu. Jolyo Ba Yao Wu. Sansan 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 Jolyo Ba Yao Wu. Everybody, can you create a field, Master Shunya? Good, perfect. Pay attention. Okay, make sure. Yeah. Be careful, yeah. How? So some of you, I already heard your soul language come out. Yeah? Some of you are very close. Okay, give you a chance to catch your breath. So what did you experience?
A lot of pressure in the core area.
A lot of pressure in the core area, yeah?
A lot of pressure on the chest.
In the chest, yeah, because your channel is trying to open. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, okay, we'll just keep it going.
Hello. Just felt like a lot of energy, like just going through my body, and just felt like just chanting, and I just felt like the vibration.
Good. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I felt a lot of energy in my opposite my belly button.
In the Ming Men. Okay.
Ming
Beautiful.
Men.
Yeah. Beautiful. And did your soul language come out?
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to find out in a minute.
Yeah.
Because I heard a few of you. Your language came up, but then it goes back. Some of it is because our foundations are not strong enough. We don't have enough power here to sustain it, because already the body is using all of its energy. For instance, for your vital organs, your heart, your lungs, your liver, your spleen, your kidneys, the brain, the spinal cord. In order to open our spiritual channels, we have to have strong foundation energy centers. This is the key. So we're going to do a couple of practices to boost our foundation, because that more than anything is going to help us. Is going to take us over that little hump that I see a couple of you. So let me find out from other people. How about you? Did you have a chance? Did you experience that? Anything? Yeah.
During the first part, I did get the chills.
Okay.
Yes.
And did your soul language come out? Not sure.
I'm not aware.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. So now the rest of you, your soul language is out, right? Gina, is your soul language out?
Pretty much.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Good. So we're going to continue, but we're going to use our soul language to boost our foundation. So you repeat after me. Dear my soul language.
Dear my soul language.
Oh, better yet, we're going to ask Master Henderson. Master Henderson, come on up. You know, he's doing movement. He's doing movement to create yin-yang balance, to create flow in the room. But he can do movement to help us boost our foundations. Okay? How beautiful. Thank you, Master Henderson. Do you need music? What do you need?
What music do we have? Whatever is there.
Pretty much anything, I think. Here, Master Anderson, let's take this back. Oh, okay, good. So you have as much space? Yep. Okay, I'll get out of your way.
Whichever's on top. It's perfect. Beautiful. That's universal light.
So, Master, the CD that Ed pulled is Universal Light. It's one of the first CDs that was created for Master Sha. Voices of, huh? Perfect for the perfect version. This work.
That's why I said everything is perfect. Heaven makes it. Just trust. Invite the soul of the universe, our universe, and all universes.
Every time
Countless
you
planets,
listen
stars,
to this
galaxies,
music,
universe, please
don't
come.
forget
Help
to
boost
request from your
Our
heart
students,
any
lower
blessing
abdomen,
you
也
wish to
中的
receive.
core，坤宫命门微履会印中。
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Everyone stick your tongue to the roof of the mouth. Breathe into your lower abdomen and gently relax. Whether your eyes is open or closed, it does not matter. Breathe into your lower abdomen and gently exhale. soul of the universes. Thank you, all the souls of all universes. Thank you, all the holy beings. Okay. Thank you, Master Yamana, for the opportunity to serve.
Okay, so since this is an Open Spiritual Channels introductory evening, we're going to use our channels. So those of you who has third eye, who was able to see what happened? Louise, yeah, good. Come on up and share, Master. Yeah, we'll let those that are not master teachers yet to share first. Come on, you want to come up, share? Yeah, please. Share what you saw when Master Henderson is doing the movement. Yeah, please.
Well, since the beginning of the session today, the spiritual personalities has tried to communicate immediately with everyone, because while you were practicing, many souls were coming here, because it's the opportunity for them to communicate with others and to transmit messages and to continue with their own tasks. So, well, when Master Henderson was dancing, his soul engine is a generator of something here in this amazing place. Is many things in the quantum realm happen here. He's generating, but at the same time he's teaching us that while he's dancing generates energy that is interwoven with the energy of the souls at the same time, right? Like he's dancing and all the souls is following him, and at the end of the process, or each step of the process, he's creating some kind of movement, some kind of fluid made of energy describing like figures, like graphics, like calligraphies here, okay? But made of souls. Souls sounds funny, right? But what I could see, but it's everything that he was doing here is a big message, too. That way, in many planes, the message was done. Okay. Right. Well, as just to make this shorter, and as the souls are here participating, are in front of us, is giving the opportunity to us, and we are giving the opportunity to them because they want to communicate with us. Is here at the end, at the side of everyone, in front of everyone, just guiding, trying to connect immediately, because they need every one of us. Thank you.
He's amazing, right? His third eye is amazing. So he said a lot of things. So Master Henderson, like Master Shunya, they are Tao dance teachers. What does that mean? It means that when they dance, they move in alignment with the movement of the Tao. So they are moving. The Tao says move left, they move left. The Tao says move right, they move right. Why? Because that's the movement that is going to have the most impact for the group. That's the movement that is going to help increase the frequency of the field. This is what Louise was saying. It increases the frequency of the field, so it clears your blockages. Why? And he told you, he said the soul world. Remember I said to you, your heavens team is around you? So you can hear the messages, so you can speak the messages, so you can connect with the different realms. So Master Henderson is also very much connected right now to Mother Earth. So when he's moving, there is movement on Mother Earth. So some of what you can see when your third eye is open. Did you see Master Shunya? Do you want to share? Okay. So I was going to say some of what you see also is not only the movement in heaven, but you're also seeing the movement on Mother Earth. And then how these two come together. Okay? So when you study the Tao teachings, the Tao 1 book, the Tao 3 in the Tao 3 and 4 workshops, you learn a lot about this interaction between heaven and on Mother Earth. So we're not going to cover that this weekend, but you open your spiritual channels and you can ask. You can ask your spirit guides, you can ask the divine Tao's, you can ask them to guide you, to teach you directly. So please share, Master Shunya, then what you saw. Yeah. So listen to Luis, because he actually, when he speaks, he's giving you a lot of information, a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Master
Master Shunya.
Shimada. Thank you, Master Henderson, for such a beautiful blessing. So when Master Henderson dances, because he is a Tao dance master practitioner and Tao dance teacher, not only is Master Henderson dancing, but there is a whole huge team of saints dancing with him. And so those saints are dancing and offering blessings. Master Henderson is a channel through which all kinds of blessings of light are coming through. And everybody's heavens team is so moved, they're all dancing. So you have guides and angels and light beings that travel with you. They're all dancing. And the light that is created and the love that is created is just delightful. And so there's all kinds of rainbow colors that are floating around. And they penetrate within the soul, heart, mind, and body. And things that are in shadow, things that are in darkness, are brought light. So they're transformed into the light. And some of us even have, how can we say this nicely? Some of us have not happy little souls that are traveling around with us, kind of sad souls who might have some not very good, happy, beautiful, loving energy around them. And they're grabbing the light and taking the light in, and the light is enlightening them. And so then they're becoming more and more towards the light. Some of them are even at that point where they're just ready to go from being more or less dark to more or less light. And so the blessing allows them to make that transformation, in which case they now are offering you blessings instead of draining off of your energy. So it's a very, very beautiful blessing that was given. Thank you so much, Master Henderson. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What Master Shunya just did is he explained to you how blessings work in general. In a minute, we're gonna do again the next practice, and I'm gonna ask them to again use their third eye and explain to you what happens. And I think the images will be very similar. You want to share, Mr. Patty?
Oh, I forgot about that. That's amazing.
I know. Everybody's third eyes are getting very, very.
Thank you for
very
the
deep.
sharing. I love that. What I saw was that there was teams of saints. Not only were we encircled with teams of saints here, everybody on the webcast was encircled with teams of saints, and they were blessing. When Master Henderson was dancing, there was so much power coming from him. It was going through the cameras to the people online, And it was just like no stopping it. There it went. It was all over the place. And with us, I was standing in the back. And I was standing there, and he did a couple of moves, and I lost my balance. And I started to giggle because I was so surprised. And I had to grip my toes to hold on a little bit because the energy and light was coming so strongly into my third eye, into my message center, and then in through here to support us and ground us. And it was quite remarkable how it was, and it made me think about a story of Master Sha's when he had seen a Tai Chi master throw somebody with their energy. I understood that so much better from when you did a couple of movements. Wham! I could feel that energy where, Anyway, thank you so much.
Okay, so we continue. So you see how powerful it is when you open your spiritual channels? You see how it's important to be able to interpret the third eye images? Because if you use your mind, the mind only knows what it knows from the physical world. It's very hard then. It would be very hard to describe what they're describing without using soul communication. It would be very limited what they would be able to share with us. Okay, so we continue to do soul language. So everybody follow me. Again, we sit with our hands in front of our lower abdomen. Yeah. And if you want to stand, sometimes this practice is much easier to do when we stand. So if anybody wants to stand, I invite you to stand. And then we can, it usually, and then put your feet shoulder width apart and soften your knees as if you're going to sit. The energy flows better. You are connected to Mother Earth, but you're also, the body opens. This is called the horse stance. The body opens, and it's easier for the energy to flow. Okay, your hands are in front of your lower abdomen. Close your eyes. Visualize light in your lower abdomen. Oh, yes, okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry. And put the tip of the tongue near the hard palate, and then it'll naturally drop. So now we're going to do soul power. We didn't do soul power before because I wanted to show you the difference. So we are doing body power. When we visualize light, this is mind power. When we chant, this is sound power. Now we're going to add the most important power, which is soul power. You repeat after me. Dear my soul language channel.
Dear my soul language channel.
Dear the sacred mantra.
Dear the sacred mantra.
Sansan Jolyo Baya Wu.
Sansan Jolyo Baya Wu.
Please open my soul language.
Please open my soul language.
Please bring out my soul language.
Please bring out my soul language.
If you already have your soul language, then please further open my channel.
Further open my channel.
And please boost my foundation energy centers. So I have the power to open my soul language channel.
So I have the power to open my soul language channel.
I am so grateful.
I am so grateful.
Dear my heavens team.
Dear my heavens team.
I am so grateful for your help.
I am so grateful for your help.
Okay, so let's chant. Sansan.
Sansan.
Jolyo. Baya Wu. Sansan Jolyo 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 Baya Wu. Baya Wu. Sansan Jolyo Baya Wu. Sansan Jolyo Baya Wu. Sansan Jolyo Baya Wu. Sansan Jolyo Louder and faster. How? Okay. It's a foundation issue. Okay. So, dear all of my treasures. Dear all of my treasures. Some of you were here this past weekend, so you received some special treasures. Dear all of my treasures. Boost my foundation energy. Boost my foundation energy. Develop my foundation energy centers. So that I can open my spiritual channels. Okay, again. Sansan Jolio Bayo Wu, 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 Jolio Bayo Wu, Sansan Jolio Bayo Wu, Sansan Jolio Bayo Wu, Sansan Jolio Bayo Wu, Jolio Bayo, Sansan Jolio Bayo, Sansan Jolio How? It's it's all about the foundation energy centers. Okay? Have to do a demo. We have to do a demo. There's just no choice. These poor guys are working so hard. I'm working hard. The master teacher, Master Henderson's back there. He's dancing up a store. Master Marilyn, Master Shun, you're back there trying to help. But you see, how hard are you guys working? Hard, right? Definitely, right? I'm standing next to him like, louder. Yeah. Okay, so the issue is not enough power. So we have to have, you need power in your foundation. Why? The energy goes from the base of the body up. Okay, we have to do a demo, no choice. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is I'm going to get one of you guys to come up here. Mr. Marilyn, choose a demo. Mr. Marilyn, choose the demo. Just choose. Choose. This is a good thing. You are so lucky. Come on up. Okay. All right, since you're the demo person. Okay, so do your soul language. I'll hold the mic.
Right now?
Yeah. Okay, I do it with you.
Okay.
Okay, and everybody else, you do it, but you do it softly, okay? Because we support him. We create a field. What we're doing is we're increasing the frequency in the field. It's getting higher and higher and higher. Okay. Sansan.
Sansan Jolio Baya Wu.
Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Jolio Baya Wu. Sansan Not enough power.
Yeah. Ran out of gas.
You run out of gas. Not enough power. But he's close. You can almost hear it, right? He was like, he's there, but then it just, not enough power. Okay. Master Henderson. Actually, you keep dancing. Master Marilyn and Master Patricia O'Neill. Yeah. Come up and do a reading. How much power does he have in his lower dantian? And Master Marilyn, yeah, come on up. I have a mic here for you. I have a mic here for you. Yeah. So first, third eye image, how big is his lower dantian? His lower dantian is one of two foundation energy centers. It is postnatal energy center. That means you are responsible for the energy in that energy center. The other one is the snow mountain. And that one is your prenatal energy. That's energy from ancestors, from past lives. But you directly affect your lower dantian. In the East, Master Sha, he was 6. He already studied Tai Chi. He knew about the lower dantian. He knew to cultivate the energy in his lower dantian. I grew up in the West. No one ever talked to me about a lower dantian. I didn't know I had a lower dantian. I didn't know I was supposed to have a lower dantian. I didn't know that mine was completely depleted when I met Master Sha, but he told me. You know, he told me several times, completely depleted, and he would boost it for me. He'd go woo with his 2 fingers, woo, and then I'd feel like I was just blowing up. 2 days later, you know, I was again like a little shriveled up raisin because I could not hold the energy in my body. How big is his lower dantian?
About the size of a walnut.
Okay, so it's not. So when your lower dantian is developed, it's usually the fist-sized energy center, and it can actually get bigger. But at a fist size, you have like a fully charged lower dantian. It's like having the battery in your phone is fully charged. Okay, so when it's not fully charged, you can see that it gets smaller. Okay. Does he have blockages in his lower dantian?
He has significant blockages.
I don't hear Master Marilyn. Do I? It's on? Okay.
So, yes, he does have significant blockages that make it difficult for him to develop his lower dantian more fully. And as you just said, to hold the light once he has done something that would bring light to his lower dantian. And these blockages have been with him for many lifetimes.
You want to add anything?
No.
No? Okay. So what level does he need? Tian by Tian or ultimate divine?
Okay. Ultimate divine infinity would be most helpful to him.
Okay.
He's going to have to really practice with it.
Because?
Right now, as we heard from Master Patty, and I got the percentages very low, when he receives the Jindan, it's going to be enormous, and it will bring his lower dantian to a very high capacity, so that in order to help with the integration process, he will need to practice. Otherwise, the integration process could be prolonged and it could be very draining.
Okay. So if he doesn't receive this, then what happens to his soul communication abilities?
They will remain very, very limited. So the blockages that exist with his lower dantian, some of them are there specifically to block his soul communication. They're there specifically to block his spiritual channel in fact, all 4 spiritual channels. So without this download, he could make many, many, many efforts, hours and hours and hours of efforts, but it would take him lifetimes to really succeed.
Okay. Which is really, it's so interesting because when you think about it, that's exactly what happened to us, right? That what happened for us is we practiced. Master Sha was not a divine channel when the 3 of us began with Master Sha. So we practiced. We had to practice for 1 to 2 hours every single day. And all we could do was Sansan Jyoto Bayu, Sansan Jyoto Bayu, Sansan Jyoto. We had to record it. Remember, I had to buy one of those cassette recorders, yeah? And you had to record it. Sansan Jyoto Bayu, Sansan Jyoto Bayu, Sansan Jyoto Bayu, Sansan Jyoto Bayu, Sansan Jyoto. Days, months. I don't know. It took me 3 years, I think. I'm pretty sure it took me 3 years because I was with Master Sha. I went to a meeting. He asked me to go to a meeting. He was meeting with a man who was a venture capitalist. He had been a venture capitalist and he was not doing that anymore. But anyways, he had some health challenges and he found Master Sha on the internet. So Master Sha said, come to this meeting in case he says something that I don't understand, you can help me. And as it turned out, his wife is I think she's a hypnotherapist. And so he said to the man, the man said, I have these headaches, and I don't remember how long, but it was he'd had these headaches for like 10 years or something, just some really long time, and now he couldn't sleep, type of situation. So he was asking Master Sha, is there anything he could do? And Master Sha said, I will teach you how to self-heal. This is what I do, is I teach people to self-heal. And so he said to him, I'll teach you how to self-heal by bringing out your soul language. Because our soul language has healing abilities. So not only does it enable us to connect with our soul language, but it literally, each sound is vibrating in the body. So you get a whole body massage. So Master Sha started to teach this man and his wife soul language. And then, and said to me, chant. And all I could do was Sasa Juribayu. And then, because Master Sha was there and he was chanting with the 3 of us, suddenly my soul language came out. But it did not come out from, sitting there in front of that cassette player. I remember I had this black cassette player. We had to chant for 2 hours. When he became a divine channel, then Master Sha, the first thing he did is he gave us foundation energy centers. He said to us, it doesn't matter for healing or for the spiritual journey, you have to have a strong foundation. If you don't have strong foundation, because the meridians are powered, they're powered by the foundation energy centers. So the lower dantian in traditional Chinese medicine powers the Ren meridian, which powers the yin organs, the liver, the heart, the spleen, the lungs, the kidneys. The Snow Mountain powers the yang meridians, so the paired organs. So it would be the gallbladder, the stomach, the small intestine, large intestine, and the urinary bladder. Yeah. So he said, if you don't have power here and you start to use your spiritual channels, you will take that energy from your organs. Because my channels were open, and before I met Master Sha, I knew that I was sick because my channels were taking things in and because I was expending so much energy, but I had no ability to modulate that. So when he said that, I knew from experience, I knew exactly what he was talking about. Now, of course, we can see it. We can see it with our third eye. So is that what would happen for him? Oh, you can see, can you see with your third eye? If he does not receive the Jindan, then he tries to do his soul language. Where is the energy coming from?
The energy that's now in his, that's the size of a walnut, is that way because of the blessings tonight and because of Master Henderson putting more energy into him. Otherwise it would be more, about a third the size of what it is now. It's gotten that big, but unless he kept practicing, that would dissipate, probably dissipate over time. You know,
Okay.
so.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you if it's okay for you to move your back away from the chair a little bit, yeah? Yeah, good. As you need energy, you know? Yeah, the body needs space inside the body and outside the body for the energy to move. When we sit back, we're cutting into the meridian. So close your eyes. Everybody, when I do the download for him, an Ultimate Divine Infinity Committee download is a very high-level download. So it's going to create a huge splash into the room. So many of you, you make a request. Make a request for your own lower dantian to be boosted, maybe your snow mountain. I would focus on my lower dantian. Maybe ask, open my soul language channel. Okay? And then everybody who can see, you ask to be shown the images. And I create a field, and then Master Henderson also has a very powerful third eye. So we'll ask all the master teachers to share their third eye, yeah? When I do this. Okay. So you do forgiveness practice for all the lifetimes where you may have done some things that depleted your foundation energy centers and created blockages in bringing out, in opening your soul language, really in opening your spiritual channels. Okay, you just do that silently. So all of you who can see, you see who's coming into the room. What does the field look like? So I've connected with Yen Ye, who is the leader of the Akashic Records, and your Akashic Records have been brought down. And they will open it to where your records are for your foundation, Lower Dantian, Foundation Energy Center. And I've connected with the Ultimate Divine Infinity Committee leader, and I'm asking them to transmit the most appropriate level for you, because there are infinite levels in the Ultimate Divine Infinity Committee. Okay. So divine order, lift your chin just a little bit. Lift. Good. So divine order, transmit. Shen, Qi, Jing, Jindan. This is a golden light ball with the essence of the divine's lower dantian, and a special light wall to protect this golden light ball. So transmit Shen, Qi, Jing, Jindan, and special light wall for the lower dantian at the Ultimate Divine Infinity Committee level. Ayo yo 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 yo. Ayo. Hey ya 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 yo ya yo. Transmission. All souls join as one. Transmission. Turn on 24/7. Transmission. Yo. Hey ya 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 yo. Yo. Hey ya ya yo ya yo. Yo. Okay, so we'll start with anyone here. Wait for the master teachers, but first, maybe Louise or anyone else who wants to share. You guys see? Do you guys have third eyes? No, okay. Soon. Not yet. Okay, Louise? Please come and share. Yeah. Please come. Yeah, please, yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
He's attracting a lot of souls. Because he has the decision, the complete decision to do it. It was a communication with him. Probably he got it. As many souls around him were talking to him in soul language, talking to him about what he's doing, about the decision that he's taking about as the mission that he has regarding soul communication. And they were telling him they will help today, and he's going to be communicated with them very fast because they need him. And they know that he is very happy about it.
It's hot in here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, what did you see, Master Pat?
There was a huge golden ball. Huge. Up in the sky, and it came down, and it will, of course, size itself to fit in his body, and might take 2 or 3 days. But what I got mainly, besides is helping him opening his channels, without this blessing, this young man, in a few years, was not going to be well. And because of this gift, it will transform his life. It was such a blessing. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Master Shunya, Master. Yeah.
God never makes it. He always knows who to choose. It's just amazing. Over the years, I have seen demos picked. And you always go, oh, me, me, me. And then when you think about it, the person that's picked is the one that really needs that particular blessing. And they end up being here and they get the blessing. And this is what happened tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Divine. Thank you.
It's warm. It's warm in here. Thank you, Master Pan.
So, earlier, Master Jimena asked, so if he didn't receive this, like, what would happen as he tried to do these practices? And what I saw was that it would actually drain from his kidneys. That there's energy. The kidneys actually produce the rejuvenation matter of our body. And so he would be pulling from that, and it would drain the kidneys. And that actually ties into what Master Patty saw about what kind of thing might happen to him in the next few years. So, yes, huge blessing, very wonderful.
So what did you see in terms of when we're preparing to do? So what happened in the room? What happened in the soul world? Yeah?
So the Ultimate Divine Infinity Committee is actually a committee.
Yeah.
It is certain saints who have been appointed to serve the world in this particular way. And they're from a very, very high level in heaven. And so those beings came, and of course each one of them has, I think the word we would use is an entourage. So they have attendants, they have other saints who are part of their soul family that travel with them and work with them. So all of those saints came in, and for many, many souls on the webcast, on the teleconference, and here, our own heavens team bowed to them because they were in the presence of such an incredible level of saint that they were honoring them very, very greatly. The light that came with was just incredible. So then those who are appointed to make this transmission step forward, and there's a creation of the Jindan on the level of the ultimate divine, which means that they're gathering Shinchi Jing to actually create this golden light ball. And so in those realms, as I see it, that the light ball is then brought together as a golden ball of light that then comes down, and it's much bigger than he is.
It's bigger than the building. Yeah.
And so what it will do over time is it will shrink down into the lower dantian, which is just below and under the belly button and just inside the body a little bit. And it will shrink down and form into about a fist-size energy center. The waves of light that went out to everybody who was present, for each one, the waves of light, when they hit the body, they go into the areas that are most needed and remove blockages in your soul channels. So your soul language channel, your direct communication channel, your third eye channel, your direct knowing channel. So blockages through those channels were removed, and some people made other requests, and the energy went to those requests. The transformation that happened because of that for the people who were observing affected soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. So when our energy and our matter are transformed from a darker energy to a lighter energy, you can only imagine what that does for the physical body. So some very beautiful things happen for some people's physical body on the soul level, and some people may experience that actually in their physical body. Often when people receive this, they report that a pain that was there just went away.
Does everybody move their bodies a little bit? See if you notice a difference. Because, you know, when we put our hand up, you can actually feel. You can feel the jindans being formed. And a lot of times you can even see with your third eye, you see how big it is. Sometimes they're really big. You know, you're like, oh, it's very big. So because they're foundation, these are foundation energy center. It's a foundation energy center. It's very substantial. So I said I didn't check, but I know it was bigger than the size of the building, because when it condenses, the power gets concentrated. Then the key is to hold on to it. Don't dissipate it, but instead you hold on to it, and then you keep recharging it. That's why the practices are so important. Yeah.
And I don't know if you feel like for you there's a special connection to the land, but I don't know why I'm supposed to tell you this, but I'm supposed to just say, Mother Earth is very happy.
Good.
That's all I'll say.
Okay. Master Henderson, want to add anything? Since we have him, do you want to add anything? No? Okay. Master Marilyn, do a short flow for him. Master Marilyn, you need to come closer. We have to be on Master Robert's rug.
Oh, okay.
There's no more tape on the floor, so the parameters are set for the camera are set by the
that makes it easy.
the outline of the carpet. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Someone told me that, so I was like, okay, that's easy.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
When this Jindan was given, there was a very great change in his Akashic record book. there were a number of pages that were transformed either completely to light or partially to light. This will make a difference in every aspect of his life now. In his spiritual journey, his physical level, mental level, emotional level, finances, relationships, and more. The blessings, as we have heard, have also made a very great shift in his health and happiness potential. All of this that was happening on Mother Earth has happened in many realms also. This is a workshop on voices of the universe. So the sound, just the sound, was echoed throughout many planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. Besides the holy beings who are assembled here, there are also many souls who have come to receive teachings and blessings. And this download has been a particular gift for them. For those on the webcast and Facebook, you have also been so abundantly blessed. For many of you, there has been amazing shifts in your frequency and vibration, which could be experienced in all aspects of your life. You may be at a geographic distance, but on the soul level, there is no time or space. Those of you in different continents and countries are particularly blessed because your being part of this weekend is also a blessing for your area, not just for you. This treasure and weekend is truly a blessing beyond words and comprehension. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, so he's going to turn on. I've already been chanting for him, but now he's got to chant. So I've been standing back here chanting for him. So, dear my divine lower dantian.
Dear my divine lower dantian.
Jindan.
Jindan.
Please turn on.
Please turn on.
And offer everybody here a blessing.
And offer everybody here a blessing.
For their Jindan.
For their Jindan.
Boost their Jindan.
Boost their Jindan.
As appropriate.
As appropriate.
Okay. Just the treasure will do what it needs to do. And everybody watch. You watch with your third eye, or you close your eyes and feel what happens for you. You may feel heat. You may feel expansion. And it's sort of like your lower abdomen is expanding a little bit. You may feel some tingling in the body, like a little bit of buzzing in the body. All of those are good. So one more minute. Another 10 seconds. So we're going to chant again. Dear my soul language channel. And the mantra San San Jolyo Baya Wu. Please bring out my soul language.
Please bring out my soul language.
I am very grateful.
I am very grateful.
San San Jolyo Baya Wu, 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 Jolyo Baya Wu, San Jolyo Baya Wu. Faster, 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 faster. Faster, 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 louder, louder. Faster, 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 faster. Faster, 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 faster. Faster, 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 faster. Faster, 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 don't stop, don't stop. Keep going faster, 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 faster. Louder, louder, louder. How? He got it. Did he get it? I think he got it. And then he stopped. Where we stopped. Everybody needs to catch their breath. Okay. Do you feel more energized? His Dantian served you very well. Yes. So just remember, those of you that are by that little camera, it's all being recorded for them. All of it's being recorded for you, so be very mindful of the camera. Anyways, you notice you had much more power this time? His lower dantian gave you a blessing. You feel it?
Oh yeah, I went way longer.
Way longer.
Way longer.
Way longer. Okay. How about you? Yeah.
Definitely like more connected.
Yeah.
Like,
Is your soul language come out close?
I felt like it was opening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So. Very mindful of the fact that we're on Facebook. I think we're gonna stop here on this because I'm very mindful that we're on Facebook. So we're gonna this weekend we're gonna continue. So this is really we'll do a lot of foundation practices so that you have the power. Actually, I don't need this. So that you have the power because you need power. You need power. So we're going to start. We're going to start the morning. We'll start every session with foundation practices, and then we will then work on opening our soul language, and we'll connect. Not only will you connect to your own soul, but we'll start getting you connected with the sun and the moon and the stars and the planets. So even though your soul language, you guys, your soul language is just coming out, I want to see if we can do something that might be fun. So. 4, right? Master Henderson was just here a minute ago. So there's 4 of them. There's 4 of you. Okay. So why we can actually, if you have a question for the sun, the moon, the stars, the galaxies, we can actually ask the question, and the teachers will connect for you. Want to do that? Okay, good. So why don't you guys each bring up a chair? Yeah. Just bring up your chair. Yeah. Just come out blind. Yeah. The 4 of you. Since you came together, I'm assuming you came together in the same car. Come on up. No, he's okay. Right there. Okay. All right. So the master teachers, yeah?
It's the Friends of Doug Club.
The what?
Friends of Doug.
Oh, the Friends of Doug. Oh, they're all friends of Doug. Okay, good.
One of them is, I don't know if all of them are.
All of you guys know Doug?
Just me.
Oh, the 2 of you. Okay, good. Okay. So, so this weekend, our goal is to help you not only open your soul language so you can connect with your own soul, but also to help you to connect with the sun, the moon. Pick a star. North Star. Huh?
Orion.
Orion. Okay, he connects with Orion. So ask a question. Ask a question, and then they will connect for you so you can see. Our goal this weekend is to help you to be able to do exactly what they're going to do. To get you to not only open your soul language and translate, but then to begin to be able to connect directly and be able to do what's called direct soul communication. So that you can begin to receive the messages directly from the sun, the moon, without having to interpret. Okay? So what is the question? What question do you have for Orion? What would you like Orion to what teaching would you like Orion to give you? What wisdom would you like Orion to give you? And it could be for your physical journey, or it could be for your spiritual journey. So I'll give you some examples. Like for me, I want to know, more than anything else, I want to know, how can I connect? Huh? I'm sorry?
He needs to be.
Oh, okay.
Patty, he needs the microphone.
Oh, okay. Okay. We need a sign for that. Okay. So we made signs, which is great now, because before trying to read lips was a little tricky. Okay. So like for me, I want to know, how can I connect, with the Shenqi Jing of these stars? This is the thing that I want to know, because I know that they've been around for millions of years. But for you, you are at a different place on your spiritual journey. So what would you like to know?
Just would like to know, like, Am I on the right path?
Okay, ask Orion. Okay.
Tell me your name.
Indipre?
Indipre. Okay. And everybody who has a third eye, you watch. As Master Patty, I could feel it. As soon as she started to connect, you could feel the shift in the energy. Okay. So you watch, listen.
My dearest beloved one, there is no mistake that you called my name. We have been connected for a very long time. You have honored me in past lifetimes. You have spent time gazing upon me, speaking to me, and I to you. There has been much love and appreciation shared between us. And as you move forward on your journey, you can learn so much from where you are right now, sitting in the place you are now. There is no coincidences, my dearest one. The one that is called Master Zhigang Sha has taught you in the past. And your soul has brought you here to move you forward. You can learn very quickly, which in past has taken a very long time and would continue to take a very long time. But this is the fast track, my dearest one. And yes, this is meant for you. You are to be here. Open your heart to these messages, my dear, and stay well grounded. For when you are learning quickly in many things, quickly, you can be thrown off balance. And we want you to be the powerful soul that you are meant to be, to learn what your purpose is, and to move forward. I am so extremely grateful to see you in this place, for this is where you belong, my dearest one. You are so loved. And you heard the call. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So what do you think?
Just, everything that was going through my head was kind of flowing through my body. At the same time, I feel the connection, and just stay the course.
Yeah. So does your heart feel more quiet hearing the message?
Definitely.
Yeah. So this is
more at rest, I would say.
Yeah. So this is one way that we know when soul communication is when we know that it's true soul communication, meaning that the connection is very strong, then the room gets very quiet and our hearts get very quiet because we know it's truth. truth is being spoken. Yeah. Everything gets quiet. It's almost as if all the noise, normally we're on a very, very busy street. But you don't hear a single thing now, right? It's as if everything just got quieted. The fire trucks, the ambulances, the taxis, everything just got quiet in the room.
Just put the mute button on. Just put the mute button on. The mute button.
We just put the mute button on, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And the room feels very clean all of a sudden because the connection was very high. Yeah. Okay. Next. Oh, good. You have one. Good. So, who would you like to? Which celestial being would you like to connect with, and what do you want to know?
I'd like to connect with the moon.
The moon. Good. What do you want to know?
How I can move with it and not against it.
Oh, with it and not against it. Beautiful. Deep question. Yeah. Good. Good. So everybody listen. Yeah. Because these messages are universal. The messages that come from the soul world may not be the question you asked, but they're universal because always there's something in every message specifically for you. So the message that we just had for you, everybody heard some aspect of it that applied to them. Same thing will happen with the message from the moon.
My dear son, I thank you most sincerely for your question and for seeking my guidance. Your question speaks to the very ancient connection that you and I share. For this is not the first time that you have sought my wisdom. And indeed, if all humanity would remember their connection to me, your earth and all of the people on it would be more in balance and in harmony with nature and the universe. For I am ruler of the tides, of the energy which goes in and out. I seek to balance that which is out of balance by pulling in and drawing out. Every breath that you take is connected to the moon. Every breath you take is connected to the tides. You are all one in this connection. We are all one in this connection. Everything falls into my rhythms. When I am building, your energy is building. Do practices to build with me. When I am waning, your energy is going within. Follow this rhythm to find the quiet place within you when I am dark. Dance with me. Feel my pull within you. Align your energy centers with me, and I will help you to find within you the reflection of the divine and Tao. For just as my face is a reflection of the sun, so you are a reflection of your Creator. By understanding your position to the divine through the different phases of your growth, just as my phases turn and turn, you can see yourself more clearly. Call to me in the night, and I will come to whisper in your ear and guide you on your way. I will always guide you to look at the reflections in your life. I will always guide you to see how the world around you is a reflection of your own state of being. These are the lessons that I am most eager to share with you at this time. When you sit in quiet meditation of my presence, more and more of these secrets will become clear to you. How?
I experienced.
As you're listening, as you're listening to the flow, yeah,
it's just like, well, it was connecting. Like I could really feel like really warm energy just going through my body. It was like so hot, and like it was awesome.
Yeah. Does the message resonate with your heart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So fortunately, this is on live stream. So if you registered, then you get the link for the live stream, so you can go back and listen to the flow again. Because each time you listen to the flow, you're going to get another layer of the message. For each of you, I would encourage you to do this. Go back. You'll get another layer and another layer and another layer. And even for the rest of us who are here and listening, we also get a deeper layer of the message. So this is, as I said, the objective of the weekend is to get you not only to be able to bring out your soul your soul language, translate, but also get you started with direct soul communication, so you can begin to connect. And for those of you that maybe the communication, with the sun, the moon, you may not be quite connecting. We just offer you some crown chakra blessings, clear the blockage, so you can connect. You can connect, because many of us have a connection. We know we've been mesmerized. Maybe we were children. We're mesmerized by the sunset. Maybe we're mesmerized by the moon and the phases of the moon. We already know we've been drawn to something. We know that there's a connection. There's a link. And through soul communication, we can learn more about that link. What is it that my soul is needing, and what is it that particular celestial being is wanting to give to me? And also, it's possible, that we have been on Mother Earth. It's possible that we have been on other planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. And this is why we're pulled in those directions. And so we have soul communication to help us to understand. What is it that we can learn? How is it that we can connect, learn, apply? Because everything's moving so rapidly right now. We have amazing, we are living in an amazing time on Mother Earth. Okay, how about you? What celestial being do you want to connect with?
The Leo.
Leo. Okay. And what's your question?
What messages does it want me to really What messages would it like me to know right now?
What messages does Leo want you to know right now? Okay. Good. Master Marilyn, she has the mic. And Master Henderson's here. Okay, good.
Jasper.
My dearest Jaspreet, thank you so much for asking this question. Much is known about me. What I would like to share with you, that I would like you to know, is the significance of all this wisdom at this particular time on Mother Earth. You have a very powerful connection with me, with the leadership qualities, the strength, the fearlessness that I represent. These are qualities that are very important at any time and are particularly important at this time. I am very grateful that you have appreciated the connection that we have, because I will be able to guide you, to help you to develop these qualities, this wisdom, this capacity for service. Very often, this aspect of my presence is overlooked, but it is a very important one, and one I cherish very deeply. And the contributions that I can make are profound. I want you to know all of this because the connection we have means that all of that is present within you also, and has the possibility of becoming much, much more powerful in every aspect of your life. You will be able to receive wonderful teachings from me as you reflect, as you meditate, and as you develop your soul communication abilities. What I am sharing with you right now is just the smallest bit of what there is for me to share with you. It is not just my presence, but also the presence of all the constellations I am associated with, who would like to serve you, who have blessings, wisdom, and secrets to share with you. There is an abundance waiting for you. At this time, all you need to do is to receive what is waiting there to be given. You are so very blessed. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Beautiful messages, yeah. What did you experience?
Like goosebumps all over my body.
Yeah.
It's like
Your face, your face changed. Something resonated. Something resonated
I felt like
with you.
a power, like
In your
arose-
message, in your message
arose here.
center, yeah.
Like, it was like as if a light was like glowing, and it was like turn
this is
on,
this is
turn on.
Yeah, this is the heart-to-heart connection. You're making a heart-to-heart connection with this constellation. So it's very powerful. These.
There's light.
And there's light. Yeah, yeah. So you can feel when you do soul communication, you can feel the frequency and vibration of the soul that you're connecting with. You feel it. You either feel it as heat, you feel it as your heart getting bigger. There's many different ways that you experience it. Sometimes, for instance, when we do flows, right, as master teachers, sometimes we feel the heart, how much love, for instance, God has for somebody. When heaven suddenly says, I love you. Oh my gosh, you can feel the love that God has for you. It's so powerful. It's just, you can feel it. Because you're connecting heart. That's how you know that the message is true. You feel it. You feel it in your heart. You feel it in your soul. It's not and you'll be able to feel it when it's coming from somebody's mind. Because it has a different frequency and vibration to it. It just doesn't connect at the heart level. Yeah. Good. Who would you like to connect with?
Could I connect to the sun?
Yeah.
And
That's funny. I was sitting there going, I wonder who he would connect to. And the sun said, me. And I was like, wow, okay. And I didn't know that, he would say the sun. Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you.
So already you guys are connected. Okay. So what do you want to know? What do you want to ask?
can we get some more information on the solar weather, solar flash, and how humanity can properly align for our energies for it?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Good question. Okay. So I hope all you guys are coming to this workshop just because I want to hear their questions. Okay.
How? Dear my child, it is beautiful of you to ask such a profound question. I am known to many as the gaseous matter that throws and inflames fires, balls of fires in beautiful spiral formations. You could be watching me and being mesmerized. The energy that I carry is enormous and at the same time intense. My energy can be equivalent to love that is boiling, reaching out, giving and sharing. I love each and every being that I hold within my gravity. From the smallest of small to the largest of large. From solid matter to gaseous matter. Each have its own quantum entanglement. As Mother Earth is a rock with lots of living things. And as Saturn is more gaseous and spacious, and yet everything is whole in its perfect place. Humans create words to describe what is happening. More is beyond what the eye can see. My child, your heart touches my heart, and that is the most powerful science that one can realize. Your sending out of this question creates a frequency and vibration to other souls to start thinking of this question, and hence the quantum entanglement of this problem, the answer has started to grow. As soon as you thought of this question and asked it out, the souls have heard and is replying with greatest love. This is how it all goes back to me. And nourishes me, strengthens me. It is as simple as quantum entanglement. Your thoughts are my thoughts, are in all souls' thoughts. But thanks to you, this question has now been brought up and is in the ether of quantum entanglement. Can you hear it? All the souls are talking about it. It's chattering. I am very grateful. This is how truly soul power works. This is how soul blessings are invited. This is where you will find all answers. So thank you, my child, for bringing it out to the ether of quantum entanglement. The answer has just been spread through the world. Your love is the answer. How? Thank you.
Wow.
So this is what awaits you this weekend. Is like I said, we generally help you to connect with certain holy beings, but this weekend, because we are moving and preparing everybody to be with Master Sha, who I'm unmuted. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I love these signs. Next, I think we'll get they'll end up putting one of those flash things. They'll put a flash thing up there. Anyways, so this is what awaits you this weekend. I'm going to do something for everybody who's on the webcast as well, because I want to demo for you simultaneous soul language translation. We are very good as an organization. We're very, very good at doing direct soul communication, which is what they just showed you, and it takes practice, but we're very good at doing this. What we want to do is really prepare you for Master Sha to come back, where he teaches a lot with soul language. He just chants. He may chant for 5 minutes. He may chant for 20 minutes. and then his high-level teachers translate. When you are able to do simultaneous soul language translation, then you also receive messages. Every one of us receives a portion of the big message. No one gets the total message. It's not like only Master Francisco, only Master David. Every single one of us gets an aspect of the message. It's important for you to be able to do simultaneous soul language translation because the aspect that you receive may not be received by one of the high-level teachers. And yet it may be an important aspect of the teaching that Master Sha is offering. And over time, then when you do soul language translation, again, the message is coming into our message center. Again, over time, you just connect over and over with that message, and then you receive deeper and deeper levels. So thank you guys very much for allowing us to do this. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the great questions. I'm very happy that you're here. Very happy you're coming this weekend. But if it's okay with you, I want to ask you to take your chairs back, and then I want to do a demo with soul language translation, simultaneous translation.
These are your slippers.
Those are mine.
Oh, okay.
Those are mine. But it was so warm. Okay.
So what, you want to say go too?
No, I want, I want, come back, Mr. Pat, just yeah, come back. So come on back. So I'm going to chant with a message, and they're going to translate one at a time. They will translate. And this actually is, I invite everybody because there are many senior students who are quite advanced. I saw on Facebook and also on Facebook. There's many senior students. And all of you that are here, you also try. Just open your mouth and softly speak just speak. Words will come out. Don't think, don't censor, don't try to edit. We try to edit, but that's coming from the mind. Just silent, just softly speak what you hear. That's a way also for you, everybody. So everybody who's online, you can also try to do the simultaneous soul language translation. So this is going to stay up for a couple weeks. This video will stay up for a couple weeks, and then you can go back and translate again and translate again and translate again. Okay? Ready? Ready?
So we're just going to do one at a time? Or
One at a time? No, then nobody can hear. One at a time, otherwise nobody can hear what is being said. Okay, so let's think of a question. What do you want to know, Master Henderson? And who do you want to know it from? So what I want to demo for you also with this is that, and I just got reminded because I was receiving this guidance, you can do soul language for yourself, for your own soul, but you can also open your channel to the point where you can chant heaven's soul language, the sun's soul language, the moon's soul language, yeah? So who do you want to connect with, and what do you want to know?
Mother Earth.
Okay, what do you want to know from Mother Earth?
How to dance.
How to dance, okay? What a great question. All right. So I'm going to chant Mother Earth's soul language, and Master Henderson is going to do simultaneous soul language translation. Okay? So dear the soul of Mother Earth, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please give Master Henderson the answer to his question, how to dance. Send it through my soul language, and then he knows how to connect with it and how to translate it.
The dance on top of me are the winds and the water. The dance inside of me are the lavas and the rocks moving inside. I circulate around the sun with my rotational axis. These are the physical aspects of my dance. On a soul level, I dance like a gaseous energy flowing around all souls. You are all my cell units, my loved ones. I dance within, over and around the whole cycle of the air that you breathe, and the clouds that goes by. Follow nature's way. That is how I dance. How? Thank you.
So, Master Patty, yeah, Master Merrill, give it. So, which celestial being do you want to connect with, and what do you want to ask?
I'd like to also ask Mother Earth how we can all further assist the animals.
Okay. Is your message center open?
It was powerful.
It is. It's very powerful. So the higher the frequencies are, the more your message center. This is one of the most powerful ways to open your soul language and your soul language translation. I know because I've done it with them, with Master Marilyn a couple of times. Master Marilyn was like, wow.
Can I share a realization that after I did this flow, it was like an aha moment when Mother Earth was also showing me that guess what? We are part of her. We are not actually not part of her. We are part of her. And everything we do, when she said follow nature's way, truly we were a part of her. And as with that said, it's like an aha moment where we have internally our organs and our cell unit beings inside of us that's part of us. We are part of Mother Earth.
That's why our pollution is affecting Mother Earth.
Yes.
Because
and the cleaning of our cleaning.
The cleaning of our pollution affects Mother Earth. Yeah. Exactly.
Thank you.
That is quantum entanglement, Master Henderson. I thought this was what you were going to say. Because you used it before. I was like, oh, but this is really quantum entanglement. Where the changes in the message that we carry is affecting Mother Earth. We carry it, she carries it too, simultaneously. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful, powerful. So so you can see, you connect with this. So Master Anderson, right now he connects. You connect, you have a big aha moment. Because when you're connecting, remember I said to you, you can feel their heart and their soul. You're connecting to their frequency, to their Shen, Qi, Jing, to their soul, heart, mind, and body. So your soul, heart, mind, and body are changed by that connection. Okay, so you want to connect with Mother Earth and you want to know how we can help the animals. Okay? So dear Mother Earth, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Can you please answer Master Patty's question of how we can help the animals?
My dearest ones, as you open your heart and remove the blockages, they will also melt away in the animal kingdom. As you chant and bring the love, peace, and harmony to the world, it will radiate out. As you Open your spiritual channels wider and become more open. That too will assist the animal kingdom. For you have the power to do much. And as you teach the animals as well through your soul language, they too can do more to help themselves and help others. It is all one piece, my dear. How?
So listen really carefully. There are gems in every one of these messages.
Thank you.
So what you just said, we purify, it helps the animals. But you can talk to the animals through soul communication. And they talk back. Yeah. Okay, Master Shunya. Who would you like to connect with and what is the question?
Yeah. So there's a planet behind the star Sirius that has just become visible in the last maybe 10 or 20 years.
Okay.
And so we're going to connect with that planet. And the question is, what is your message for us here on Earth?
Okay. And it is a planet behind?
Behind the star Sirius.
Sirius.
I think it's maybe called Sirius B.
Okay.
I'm not
So it's
100% certain on that.
Wow, strong.
Dearest souls on Mother Earth, we who are in charge of this body in space have been prepared for many eons to arrive in your consciousness at this time. We are here to offer our love and assistance in raising the frequency and vibration of Mother Earth and all beings upon her. We are here to send you the greatest frequencies of love and light. We have been transmitting this to you and your planet. Open your hearts and minds to receive.
Powerful? It's very powerful. The planet has lots of power. Did you feel it? Yeah, it's very powerful. What was your experience?
I'm feeling just the...
It's an immense power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Master Marilyn. Who would you like to connect with? And what is your question?
I'd like to connect with the North Star. And I'd like to know the most important wisdom the North Star has to share with us right now.
At this time? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How?
I am most honored to share this wisdom with you at this time. I am a very special presence in the heavenly bodies. My presence and my light has guided countless people through many ages. I have been the presence which has guided people through great danger. I have guided people to great safety. I have guided people in their journey in every aspect of their lives. Many throughout the ages have looked to me for guidance and direction, not just geographically, but for their lives. And at this time, I would be so pleased if humanity would manifest some of the qualities I have just identified. How?
How? Powerful. I know, so you think it's just soul communication. It's not, because you have to really understand. Soul communication means we're connecting heart to heart, soul to soul, with the souls that we are seeking to receive guidance from. So this is our task this weekend, is for us to really make a connection. Stars, planets, sun, moon, the galaxy. We didn't even talk to the Milky Way yet. And to receive the guidance, to receive the wisdom that they have to offer us, to help us to advance on our spiritual journey. Whether it's to know if we're on the right path, or whether it's to ask a very specific question related to our physical journey. So it's our honor, our privilege, to be able to share with you the wisdom, the techniques. We'll go into a lot more detail about where are the channels in the body, how do you develop each specific channel. We'll do more practices for your foundation, so you have a strong foundation. And we'll offer you different services. They are master teachers, so when we connect, we actually have, you can see the access that we have, ACCESS, the access that we have in the soul world. Because Master Sha makes sure that the master teachers have that access. It's not always the access that everybody has. So once we start doing soul language and soul language translation, we'll find out if you do have access to connect with the sun and the moon. Any blockages, we help you. Crown chakra blessings, divine eggs. We have many, many calligraphies. We'll do our very best to help you to have the connection that you want to have with the celestial being or beings that you want to connect with. Did you enjoy tonight?
Yes.
Was it what you expected?
Yes.
It was what you expected?
It was definitely a more heart-connecting experience. It's for me, at least, it's even another layer of experience. Even though I'm technically a master teacher, and for me, it's another layer of opening, another layer of deepening and understanding.
Can I just say a word?
Yes.
So a lot of people ask me, because I've been studying with Master Sha since 2006, and a lot of people say, like, what's the biggest difference? Because I study with a lot of other teachers before Master Sha. And one of the biggest differences for me is I didn't used to do soul communication like this. I knew there was heaven, I knew there were all kinds of saints and holy beings there, and I knew, like, when I did massage and energy work, that they were working through me, but I didn't talk to them in this way. I didn't have the messages coming through in this way. And it's a huge difference. And this one particular workshop, what I think it really helps us do, among other things, is get bigger than ourselves.
Exactly.
We all have this very little, limited concept of who we are that ends at our skin. But we're actually connected to all of that. And that's,
and more.
And
because
more. I mean, to every
yeah.
universe.
Oh, please do something.
Universes beyond universes, beyond universes. And when we start feeling that, we become so much more empowered in our life. And we can do bigger and better things. We can touch more lives. We can help more people. We can be more of who we came here to be in this lifetime. So that's why this kind of a workshop is really important to me.
Yeah.
So I invite everybody to share in that experience.
I'd like to add and kind of echo what Master Henderson said. Tonight, the power of the love that's in this room and from last weekend as well, I've had a physical sensation of like my heart and my message center opening, and it was quite dramatic, and I'm just so grateful for that. It's just amazing the power, and when love melts all blockages and transforms all life. So when my heart is opening up like this, it's like I'm taking these giant steps forward, and we can all do that together. So I'm so grateful. So see you tomorrow.
I have everything.
Pardon me.
So this is just something that I was so aware of earlier when the machine was going. And Master Jimenez was talking about soul language. This is not a galaxy or universe, but everything has soul language. So as you develop this ability, you can listen to the machine and hear what message that it is giving. Everything. Traffic has soul language. So it just makes our presence in the world so very different. And it makes it possible for us to have that soul-to-soul connection, the quantum entanglement, in a way that is going to be healing for every soul. That's very beautiful.
So one way to look at it is that this workshop is really a step towards the Pure Land. We need to connect with the planets, the stars, the moons, the galaxies. This is a way to get us. It's part of the path to the Pure Land. So we invite all of you to join us. On Facebook, you just scroll down a little bit on the page where you're watching the video on Master Sha Tao Healing Center, and you'll see the links for the workshop. And you'll see that the honor fee is very reasonable. If you are registering in person, you will receive a link for a guest, and the guest pass is for someone new to the Institute. This is the Institute's policy. Someone new who has not taken a workshop, and then and they must come in person. It's not a guest passes cannot be used on the webcast. There's also the link there for the webcast, slightly lower fee. This is going to be available on live stream for 2 weeks, so you can go back and listen to the videos for the next 2 weeks. All of us together have been with Master Sha. You already heard Master Patty, Master Marilyn, myself. We've been with Master Sha for 17 years. Master Shunya, you've been with Master Sha for 12?
Something like that.
Close to 12. You've been with Master Sha for 7 years. So Master Henderson, I think you're going to be here tomorrow morning. Is that correct? Okay, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Talk about it. Talk among ourselves. Okay. Anyways, so we're here to serve you. We're here to help you to advance on your spiritual journey. It would be a great honor to have you join us this weekend. We love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gong song, gong song, gong song. See you tomorrow. And if you can, I invite you to join us at 9 o'clock. We have a very special service that we offer, the Dao Yuan Cheng special field with 40 calligraphies. It has the purest Shen Qi Jing that you can experience. So it's a wonderful way to prepare for the workshop. That's at 9 o'clock. You can join us in person or by webcast. See you tomorrow, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.